Oh, you can feel the heat coming off this one. No, that drum is on fire. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm restocking, and this is our beautiful 1965 Mustang convertible, affectionately known as Deja Vu. Yeah, it's the holiday season. I got a 3-ton jack from Harbor Freight, the Daytona model with some jack stands, and just in the nick of time, we were out cruising the celebration Christmas lights, and I noticed that my brakes were kind of squeaking, and so pulling over, I noticed that the brakes were a little hotter than normal on the driver's side. Historically, I just don't like doing tech reviews or doing mechanical maintenance videos. It's just a lot of work when you're already doing work. I really like to showcase the fun part of the adventure. However, this is definitely a real part of the adventure. Getting our hands dirty, figuring out what we're gonna do with these drum brakes. So join me as I attempt to try to bring you on the adventures of drum cylinder replacements. Check it out. So we're gonna take our wrench, take the wheel off, inspect the drum brakes, and see what we can find. Seeing what we got here. This thing was mega hot. See the brake line where it was rubbing on the inside of the wheel. That was no good. You can see a lot of brake dust just caked up on here. We gotta pull these drums off. See what we find underneath. Definitely signs of the brakes being used, unfortunately, and I don't know what caused it, but yeah, I'm guessing that this one is gonna need to be changed. Yeah, got some work ahead of us. For comparison, look how clean this rim is. Not nearly as much soot. Yeah, the difference is pretty obvious. The other one is definitely rubbing, which sucks. This is the side I had the bearing go bad on the axle, so I hope no damages were done there, but we'll clean it up, see what all we need to change. So this is one of the things I'm worried about right here. That is the emergency brake that goes to the passenger side. And that's not too worn, but if we take a look at the driver's side, a lot more chewed up. So much so that it took the rubber off the wheel. And I'm thinking that potentially that's not letting it release. So maybe we'll do some adjustments. I don't know if the cable's not letting it release or what. We're gonna try to see. Ready? Yep. And so that pulls. All right, keep going. That moves, but something in the mix, like Yeah, it seems like this. Try it one more time. This is the e-brake assembly. And this should be getting pulled. But realistically, it's not doing anything. Where'd you get your phone at? Right. That's it right there. There's no cable movement.
This one's not on. See here?
Oh, see, yeah.
There we go.
Hit it with your purse. All right, we just got done changing this cylinder. We bled the brakes. We think we got all the springs in the right places. This was a pain in the butt getting this cable around, which was the emergency brake assembly.
Good. Okay. See if we can get the drum on.
All right. Drum went on perfectly fine, which it's got this same, well, I mean, we got to adjust it still, but it's got that noise that the tire was making when I put it on.
That rubbing there?
Yeah, that rubbing.
That's just he's rubbing against the brake pads.
Right. That's why it was heating up, because it was constantly.
No, but it will, now it will go back in because you got, you know, springs, tension, and all the tension, all the fluid will be out of the pedal. It wasn't letting the fluid out. I'm gonna step on it. I'm gonna step on the brake. You can't turn it now, can you?
No, I can turn it. Oh, now I can't turn it.
Okay, good.
Oh, I can't turn it. Tires are back on. Oh, we should definitely double check that they're tight. I plan on staying in the neighborhood for sure. Yeah, this e-brake is not doing anything. Brakes are stiff. Brake pressure, the pedal feels stiffer than usual. The ride feels normal, although I know I just did the brakes and I feel like anything I touch turns to hot trash. So I'm really nervous that this assembly is just gonna fall apart. I'm gonna coast in without hitting the brakes. See if we feel a temperature difference in the drums. Hot. That brake is still hot. Whoa, but that was hotter.
You touching the drum?
Yeah.
No wonder. You just touched the rim.
No, that drum is on fire. But weirdly enough, the one that we didn't change is the hot one. Holy bananas! Don't do that, huh? Reach down and grab the tailpipe.
Oh, that's gonna. You can feel the front one, and it's gonna be hot.
Oh, you can feel the heat coming off this one.
Oh, this one's cool.
Yeah, that one's cool. Now this one's smoking hot.
No, it's not. I mean,
I burned my fingerprints off.
feel this here.
I could smell it. Well, I mean, I could also smell the oil, the brake fluid. And that was just a quick drive. This one's.
That one, the other one's cool. This one is not.
Well,
this is cool.
those are disc brake. Yeah. The front are disc brake. All right, I'm gonna try to sweep this up a little bit and put it back in here. That was dumb.
That thing is 300 degrees when you're driving a lot. Oh yeah, you're good.
You're good. That thing is smoking hot.
We didn't work on that one. We worked on that thing. All we do is take this one off.
I literally can't feel my fingers.
I thought you were just feeling the tire rim. if you go on a 5-mile drive and it's heating up, the chrome will get hot out here.
Oh my gosh, that was so dumb. My hand. Don't touch the drum brake. I need to get ice on this thing.
Go ahead. Yeah, this one is actually cool to the touch, and that one's warm.
That one's smoking hot. Ah!
Oh, you want to do that one next? I'll be here for a couple hours.
Oh my gosh, do I though? That was such a bonehead move. Why did I do that? So dumb. Oh, any fingertips left?
That's not bad for 18 bucks, you know. You got
Yeah, 18 bucks we fixed one side and then we broke the other side somehow, some way. Now we got to take the passenger side wheel off and figure out what's going on over here.
Oh, now this is getting hot too. It wasn't before.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
It's
And that drum is, I'm telling you,
oh yeah,
lava.
That's getting 300. Let me. What size wrench is that?
3/8.
Would it be laying on the ground?
I have it right here.
Oh, you got it?
I got it in my hand.
Okay.
Is this fluid that's about to come out here boiling hot?
Probably pretty hot, yeah. I think.
Yeah, alright, it's dripping.
Okay.
Alright, and then what, jack it back up and see? Oh, it's already up.
See how the wheel spins. It doesn't even turn it on now.
I mean, it's... But this one, I mean, my other tire, before we pulled it off, was spinning better than this one. It just...
I know, we gotta get another, you need another one of those, wheel things. Wheel cylinders.
Oh my gosh, Mustang, what am I doing to you?
It's because you're treating me left, and not treating you right. You gotta treat Don't touch it.
I know not to touch it now. We gotta wait a couple hours?
So you got the number here.
And just like that, here we go. Brand new cylinder in from O'Reilly's, $20 part. Go ahead and swap this cylinder out and hopefully get on the road without catching on freaking fire. That'd be great.
Love dies when I get too close. Never gonna trust again. Salvation in a silent pain. The golden gates are getting further.
I didn't have to hit it with a hammer this time to get it in. And it's in. That feels good. Weirdly enough, that feels good. Now it's time to put the wheel on, tighten it up, and potentially save a test drive for tomorrow. kind of interested. I know there's like a little bit of daylight left. I think I'm just gonna go drive it down the street and just see what it's like. Okay, I'm absolutely filthy. Try not to touch anything. Coasting back down the driveway, coasting better than usual. Brake pressure feels good. Brake pressure feels really good. Hard. I can't lock them up, but they definitely have pretty good brake pressure. Woo, feels good. Moment of truth. Tiny bit warm on the first time we changed the brakes, and this is the one that started acting up. Oh sheesh. Still feels still feel a lot of heat radiating off this pad. Which is crazy. Ah. My hands are still. I don't know. Alright, here's the first look at the drum assembly. Alright, right off the bat, we noticed that the shoe is kind of not seated appropriately. It's not level, it's pushed up and out. Yeah, there's not an 1/8 inch gap between that spreader bar. We can see that the cable for the emergency brake is wired correctly, and we can see that the emergency brake spring looks like it's kind of tensed up. So we're gonna run under here. You can see, like, I've got some emergency brake problems where the tire was rubbing against that, and you can see how it eventually ate away the tire here. Basically removed the lettering around the whole entire tire on the inside of the rim. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull this one off and we'll compare it. What's nice is we do have two wheels, so we can kind of compare. Drum, it's not one to come off either. Second time pulling this one off. Another good look at the interior. This brake pad is seated better than the driver's side, but the drum was really hard to get off. You can see the spring is still slightly compressed from the e-brake there. We could maybe adjust it a little bit more, but this side surprisingly looks better than the other side. Gonna take some pictures and try to work out what the problem is. Alright, ready? Hit it.
All the way to the floor.
Definitely see this one moving up. You can see how much it's actually moved. guessing maybe that's moving. That's pretty okay. And this one moved too. And go for it. All right, you released it? All right, it doesn't move back. All right, thanks. How much? All right, a couple things after digging around under there. I think it is the emergency brake that's the culprit. It looks like it's just too tight under there, so we're gonna get some wrenches. We're gonna go back underneath there and see if we could loosen it up and release some of the tension on the cable. I get so claustrophobic working under these cars. There's the bolt that I'm hoping to release some tension on. And of course, almost, but not quite. All right, we might be on to something. Okay, that was a good sign. That was a good sign. We moved it about a good half an inch. Alright, now let's see what that did to the brake shoes, if that did anything at all. Still looks pretty bunched up. Ugh, I'm the worst at this. Ah! I'm an idiot. What's the saying about insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. I'm about to do it again. It's just there's this gap at the top, and I want to put it in its home. Every time I do, this pulls out. Is this why people just buy rebuild kits? I just moved the heck out of that e-brake, and I bet you that spring didn't move a bit. Put the drums back on and see what we did. That went on easier than ever before. Doubt that I did anything to do that. Well, that definitely went on easier than ever before. Maybe that e-brake did do something. Just always skeptical when I do something that I'll do it the right way. And one way to test it. Time to put it all together. Alright, now there's like something that you want to do in the back to adjust it, because that is the smoothest the wheel has ever been. And supposedly you want to adjust it so that the brakes are hitting. The way you do that is through this little bitty gap. There's some teeth in there. You see I'm shining in the light. You want to adjust that until it's like grinding a bit. We'll try that out. I don't know if we're making a difference. Let's go check out. Since we got the other wheel off, let's just go check it out. Because we have this one off, we might be able to see which directions the threads would go. Okay, I think we need to go down on the passenger side. At the end of all this, probably won't use my emergency brake ever, or try my hardest to never use it. It's a standard. Why do I need it? It's a vehicle with a built-in emergency brake called the transmission. All right, time to drop her. Give her a test run. First I need a shower and get all this on my hands. I'm gonna cry about all the scratches on my rims later. Both sides are retorqued. I think the e-brake was on, so we loosened it up. The wheels have been freed. Now it's time to test drive it, and probably to never ever use the e-brake ever again. It's like sacrilegious working on this beautiful car and then driving it With all this white interior, it's scary. All right, the brake isn't as stiff as it was yesterday. That's for sure. It's rolling out of the driveway beautifully. Probably the smoothest rollback I've ever had. The brake has a little bit more, I'd say throw, like it's got more range. Yesterday it was real stiff. It was like 80% standing on it. Definitely feels like it's throwing the front down. Big knock in the, I'd say the rear passenger side, trying to lock them up. And the brake feels a little mushy, but it's not so bad. Feels safe driving it. Driving this car is so much fun. I mean, what takes a little bit of the fun out is the unknowingness of either getting to the destination or being in a reliable vehicle. But sometimes that's half the fun. For me, at least. For my wife, I can't speak for her. We're not gonna go too far. We're just gonna go test the brakes out. I like the throw. It's not going all the way to the floor at all. I got plenty of range. Before it was a little stiffer. I drove it yesterday and it just, you had like this much brake pedal. Now you have like this much brake pedal. We're gonna go to a little gravel yard, a little gravel road, and we're gonna lock them up just to see what it does. I really think that releasing that emergency brake did a lot. Front brakes lock up fine. So it locks up in gravel road. This is an active business. I don't want to sit out here and tear up their parking lot. Alright, now we're just going to coast back to the house. Try not to use the brakes at all. And feel what the temperatures are on the drum. And see if we made a difference there. That's the big question mark, is if we can make a difference on the heat of the brakes without using them. It's only a 4.5 minute drive back home, but hopefully what we just did, you know, cools off by then. I have no idea. Downshift. We're definitely coasting better than we ever coasted. I'm trying to bleed off some speed before I hit the brakes. The car is definitely, it's definitely not hitting the brakes like it used to, because I am like coasting way better than I've ever coasted. That might be a good sign. Oh my gosh, I could touch this caliper and it's not hot at all. All right, don't touch a drum. Never touch the drum, but no heat whatsoever. I'm guessing that's a good thing. I'm scared to touch this one. This is the one I lost my fingerprints on. Oh my gosh! Woo! I can't scream. I don't know why I lost my voice. Look at that! Never touch the drum. Don't do that. Well, I don't know if I have an emergency brake, but I'm not about to test it. My brakes aren't hitting. I'm coasting better than ever. The drums aren't hot. I'm not testing the e-brake. I live in Florida. Why do we even need to test the e-brake? But let's just say we changed the caliper. Brakes are hitting great. We got good brakes. Anybody on the internet want to pat me on the back? I'm ready for it. It's right here. I don't know what I'm doing out here, guys, but that was a wild episode of Doc Hand's Big Adventure, aka Deja Vu Krewe, and we're gonna go for a Sunday drive.